Today's MMA Fight Picks podcast is brought to you by Hero Soap Company. Hero Soap is an all-natural soap with no harsh chemicals and are made with essential oils. This means no lab-made synthetic properties that can irritate sensitive skin. This is why you won't find cotton candy or bubblegum scented products, just real, great-smelling soap. Best of all, Hero Soap is USA veteran-owned, and a percentage of the proceeds from your purchase go directly to veterans and first responders. Hero Soap is packaged in a water and dust-proof resealable bag that will repel the harsh elements so you can take it with you hiking, camping, wherever. Each bar of soap is handmade in Phoenix, Arizona. Every ingredient used to make Hero Soap is sourced from companies right here in the USA. Unlike other lifeless natural soaps, there are tons of great-smelling soaps to choose from. Cedarwood with charcoal, relaxing lavender, and my favorite, peppermint plus cool. And fellas, it's so good, it'll make your balls tingle. Simply go to herosoapcompany.com/discount/MMAFP for 10% off your purchase, or just enter promo code MMAFP at checkout if you don't want to type all that in. You can even subscribe and save even more money. Remember, promo code MMAFP for 10% off your purchase. You'll smell great without irritating chemicals, and you'll be giving back to USA veterans and first responders.
You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
Hey everyone, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum, and I am attempting to multi-stream on both YouTube and Periscope. I've not had a lot of luck with that lately, but if you are on the broadcast, feel free to chime in and make comments, help me pick fights. I will throw your comments into the video as best I can. It worked for a different type of podcast earlier, so hopefully it worked for this one as well. We are picking the fights for UFC Vegas 3, I believe. This will be at the Apex. Curtis Blaydes versus Alexander Volkov. Actually, a lot of great fights on this card. June 20th. UFC Apex. Let's pick some fights, and if you are on here, feel free to help me as well. Let me get out of Safari here. Get as much bandwidth as possible. You know, it's hard to do these multi-streams where I live. I got just about enough bandwidth, I think, to upload a picture sometimes, but we're going to give her a shot. It looks like it's working, so we're going to get to it. First up, Roxanne Modafferi versus Lauren Murphy, and what a fight Roxanne had recently against Macy Barber. Unanimous decision. Macy got hurt, I guess, in that fight. It is what it is. Before that, she loses Jennifer Maia back in July 2019. Gosh, so I guess Roxanne has not fought since January this year. I didn't realize it's been that long. And, of course, she has a win as well over Antonia Shevchenko, who I thought was quite overrated when she fought Caitlin Chukagian just a little bit ago. But speaking of hot streaks, though, I mean, Lauren Murphy, all of a sudden, 2 in a row, beats Andrea Lee, Mara Borella. She does, of course, have a loss to Ciara Eubanks. I guess Ciara decided to make weight for that. This is kind of tough for me to pick, but both are tough girls. I do like Roxanne's experience. I like her strength of schedule. I mean, let me just take another look here. Yeah, I mean, she's fought some killers, and she's been around forever. You know, Lauren's no slouch either. They fought some of the same girls, but you know, I am gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Roxanne here. I think this is Roxanne's time, and you know, the way this division shakes out, she's just 1 or 2 away from a shot at Valentina Shevchenko. So, yeah, Roxanne Modafferi. This is, by the way, a very, very stacked card. Next up, Frank Camacho against Matt Frevola, the steamroller out of Long Island, Serra-Longo. Let's take a look here quickly at Camacho. He fought in October of 2019. Oh, it's been a while. And he lost to Beneil Dariush. Before that, a win against Nick Hein. Losses against Jeff Neal, Drew Dober. Both very quality opponents. There's no shame in losing to Drew Dober or Jeff Neal. Excuse me. Matt Frevola, 2 wins in a row. Luis Pena, Violent Bob Ross, beat him October 2019. Beats Jalen Turner April 2019. Had that draw against Lando Venata. I do believe that fight against Marco Polo Reyes, Polo may or may not have tested positive for something afterwards. I'm not really sure. Man, I got to go with the steamroller, Matt Frevola. If you are on here and you can make a comment, please, I'd be happy for you to help me pick some fights here. Next up, Tisha Torres, the tiny tornado against Brianna Van Buren. Interesting fight here. You know, Tisha not had the best of luck lately. Once thought to be, you know, a real contender in the strawweight division for women. Let's take a look here, though. Golly, 4 losses in a row. But they're all against killers, you know. Marina Rodriguez, Wiley Zhang, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Jessica Andrade. Hasn't had a win since 2017 against Michelle Watterson, who, you know, Michelle is no slouch either. Interesting. This is tough for me to pick because I think Tisha is very, very underrated, you know, and she has had some losses, yes. But then you got Brianna. She's kind of used to winning here. Livia Renata Sousa, Kaylin Curran, Jamie Moyle. But, you know, I got to go with Tisha here. I just think she's fought the tougher of the opponents. And I think she's got it here. Oh, look at this. I wonder if it's commented on. It's Periscope. Jack says, I don't know anyone on the undercard, only the main card, to be honest. Listen, Jack, you know, I'm just happy there's a card. And I think, honestly, this is a better card than what was on main ESPN last week. So, yeah, you know, there's a few of these fights that I'm not really excited about. But I can tell you this. I am excited about Clay Guida, Bobby Green. I think this is a catchweight, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. I know there is a catchweight on here. Let me just take a look here. I don't want to get this wrong. And they've been doing some more of these where guys just basically. No, this is lightweight. I'm sorry. The next one's is a catchweight. My bad. Clay, the Carpenter Guida. Gosh, we haven't seen him since. He did beat Jim Miller. I forgot about that. It's way back in August. Shout out Max Friedman, Loudmouth Network, Loudmouth MMA Network. He says, I'm the man. No, Max, you're the man. We tried to make it happen. We tried to get him on the podcast last week, but did not happen. We will definitely get it here in the next few weeks. I think we'll wait for the next pay-per-view, Max, if you are down. Faux show. But Clay did have a win over BJ Penn. I mean, it's BJ Penn, but it's not BJ Penn. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. Has a loss to Charles Oliveira. Everyone's losing that guy lately. But Bobby Green in these fights, I think he's got the most words per minute of all the fighters. He likes to talk while he fights, but has lost 2 in a row. Francisco Trinaldo and Drakkar Close. One of the best. It reminds me of Drakkar Noir. I'm sure it reminds many of you. I grew up in the 80s and the early 90s. Does have a win over Eric Koch. A draw against Lando Venata. You know, this is modern era. I don't want to say Bobby Green has really shot the roof off the things, but, you know, Clay Guida, not so much. Bobby's lost some quality guys, though. He's lost to Poirier, lost to Edson Barbosa. You know, Clay just got beaten by Jim Miller, and I'm not saying Jim's not a quality guy either. He'll submit you or go all the way. But, you know, this is a fight I wouldn't quite bet on, but I like the Carpenter in this one. No, I'm sorry. Not the Carpenter. I like Bobby Green in this one. But it could go either way, and it's exciting. But like I said, I think it's too close to like make a bet on if I were a betting man, which I'm not. But yeah, Bobby Green beats Clay Guida. Next up, Jim Miller against Roosevelt Roberts. Let's talk about Jim Miller for a second here. Everyone counts this guy out, but here he is. You know, he has won 2 out of his last 3. Like I said, he submits Clay Guida, beats Jason Gonzalez, but just lost to Scotty Hot Sauce Holtzman. You can't pick against a good nickname, you know. I thought that Scotty Holtzman would probably have won that fight anyway because of the strength of nickname here. Roosevelt, I believe, just had a fight against my man Vince Fischel. He did lose. I guess that was a while ago. It's the last time Vince fought, June 2019. Did rattle off 2 wins in a row. Alexander Yakovlev and Brock Weaver, which was just a couple weeks ago. So this fight, I need to mention, is at a catch weight of 160 pounds, and that's why Roosevelt just recently fought. It's probably hard to make that weight again after, 2 weeks after just fighting. It'll be, about 18 days or so. But did just submit Brock Weaver. Gosh, so, yeah, I think his only loss is Vince. Yeah, yep. But who's he really beaten? Daryl Horcher. Daryl Horcher. Last late notice fight against Khabib way back in the day, if you may remember that. Yes, I'm sorry, Jack says Roosevelt looked impressive against his Brock Weaver that last win. I think he did too. He really did. What do you think, Jack? Who you picking? Who you think, Max? If you guys are still watching. I hate betting against Jim Miller. Love that guy. Well, hello to you too, blank person. Gosh. Man, this is tough, and nobody's helping him out here, so I'm going to have to make the hard choice. I mean, look at the killers that Jim Miller has fought, and, I like Vince Pichel a lot. He is a friend of the podcast. He's been on here. He messes with me all the time on Twitter, but I think I do like Jim Miller to win this fight. I mean, I know Roosevelt looked good in his last fight, but Jim is just that cagey veteran. And I don't think that Roosevelt's going to submit him in any way, shape, or form. But this could be a real back and forth jiu-jitsu match between the both of them. And quite frankly, I like the way this is going to play. I think this could be an underrated fight of the night. Faux show. Yes, I did say faux show. My bad. So let's take a look here. Another underrated fight. Lyman Good against another friend of the podcast, Bilal Muhammad. Oh, before I get into that, Jack has one more comment. He thinks Roosevelt might be too quick. Strong, so much younger. What's the line on that one? I don't know. I guess I can look it up really quick, but I don't go along the betting line so much because I'm a fanalist, Jack. I'm not a real analyst, so y'all can make fun and whatnot. But I do some real strange predictions sometimes that happen to come true. So we'll see. I would think that Roosevelt might be slightly favored in this one. But we'll see, because Jim's not a big guy anyway, and if we're going based on their weight, Jim is not a big guy. So we'll see here. But I don't know the betting line on that, and I'm not skilled enough to look it up and keep talking at the same time, so I'm not gonna. But let's take a look. Lyman Good, Bilal Muhammad. Lyman just beat Chance Rencontre. Did lose, of course, to Damian Maia. So this is February 2019. This will be the first time he's fought in 2020. Beat Ben Saunders, Elijah Dos Santos, Zaleski Dos Santos. Gosh. He's a good one. But Bilal, hot lately. 2 in a row. Takashi Sato, Curtis Millender. Did lose a decision to Jeff Neal. Also beat Chancellor Contra. Tim Means, Jordan Main. Man, woo, I don't know. I think Lyman's good, but yeah, you got to go with Bilal here. He's going to do this for Duke Rufus, and he's going to win this fight. I like it. I like Bilal in this fight. All right, next up, Raquel Pennington and Marion Reneau, sorry. I believe she is a school teacher. Raquel just lost to Holly Holm. Gosh, that was January. Unanimous decision. Has a win over Irene Aldana. Man, not the greatest couple of years for her. She has one win since May of 2018. And let's talk about Amanda Nunes going all the way to that 5th round. But just, her corner was coercing her to stay in there and stay in the fight, and there was no chance of her coming back, and she just took an absolute beating. But before Amanda Nunes broke her, wins over Miesha Tate, Elizabeth Phillips, Betch Correa. Oh, man. But then you got Marion Reneau. Now, very good. I think she has a lot of things going for her, but she has lost 2 in a row. Yana Kunitskaya, Kat Zingano, does have a notable win, though, a submission triangle over an Olympic wrestler in Sarah McMahon. Draw against Betch Correa. I think there are levels to this game, and I know Raquel Pennington has not had the best time lately. I think I like her in this fight to beat Marion Reneau. So, yeah. Oh, Jack, commenting again, not to get off this week. Sorry, can't get off this week, buddy. Sorry, bad joke. But Perry Gall in 2 weeks. Thoughts on that one? I'm not going to pick it officially, but you got Mike Perry saying that he's not going to have anyone in his corner except for his girlfriend, which is apparently not the Platinum Princess anymore, who I thought he was married to. Jeez, I don't know, man. Perry just got thrown around in a grappling competition against Al Iaquinta, who is much smaller. So, I'm not going to officially make that pick right now, but figure it out. Josh Emmett, Shane Burgos. Let's take a look here. Featherweight. Let's see here. Lost my place there. Josh Emmett has 2 wins in a row here. Mirsad Bektik, Michael Johnson, and another weird one that Michael Johnson was winning and loses at the last second. Hasn't fought since July last year, so almost a year. His last loss was Jeremy Stevens back in 2018. He's got a lot of wins here. Against some good opponents. Shane Burgos, though, 3 wins in a row. I picked him to lose against Makwan Americani, but he won. Has a win over Cub Swanson, Kurt Hollabaugh. Gosh, man. Another close one. Charles Rosa. This is going to be a really good fight for sure, but I think Shane Burgos, you can disagree with me if you will, and feel free to make comments, but Shane Burgos, I like him in this one. For show. Next up, Curtis Blaydes. Alexander Volkov. I thought if you were watching Trailer Park Boys and Ricky got pulled over, a good undercover name for him would have been Curtis Blaydes. No, nobody watches that show? Well, fine. Curtis Blaydes. He beats everyone in the division that's not Francis Ngannou, okay? I think he beats everyone in the heavyweight division that is not top 3, meaning Francis Ngannou, Daniel Cormier, and Stipe Miocic. And, James Lynch on his podcast for the Score MMA did just disagree with me. But, we'll see. Let's take a look at Volkov, just beat Greg Hardy. People are giving him trouble that, saying they should have got him out of there. I don't know about that. did lose to Derek Lewis in a last-second Hail Mary punch with 11 seconds left in the round. That's been a while. That's October 2018. But he has some notable wins here. Verdum, Struve, Roy Nelson, back when Roy Nelson was sort of feared. Timothy Johnson. Yeah, gosh. I said it, though, at the very, very beginning. I can't hardly pick against Curtis Blaydes if it's someone that's not in the top 4. If Volkov does win this fight, I think he's certainly in title contention, because what are they going to do? Make a Curtis Blaydes Ngannou 3, for an eliminator? I don't think so, because Ngannou just won so dominantly against Curtis Blaydes both times. So it's very hard to say that, he would get another shot at him. But if I am picking this fight, however, I got Curtis Blaydes edging out Volkov. If I were to call a method victory, I think he's going to finish him. He's going to get him down there and finish him, but you never know. All right, well, that's it. UFC Vegas 3 this Saturday, June 20th. Is it 2020? Let me look again. I think it's 2020. I like it. Yes, June 2020. That'll never happen again in your lifetimes. Ever. So, if there's nothing else for me, whatever, you got nothing else to say, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And until next time, this is Aaron Wyman with the MMA Fight Picks Podcast saying, Shalom. Of course, I'm froze. It's hard for me to finish when I'm froze, guys. So, how do I do that? How do I end it? Very, very interesting. We're going to pretend like everything is working right now, but it's not. Oh, it's so crazy. This is what happens when you live stream, people. So I'm going to try to explain this real quick. My computer is completely freezing up. I'm still recording, but I can't finish the broadcast. All right. So now I'm going to talk about something random. What should we talk about? See if I can quit something to get this going. This is the worst ending to a podcast ever. All right, hang on. I think I don't have it. I'm trying to have it. Worst ending to a podcast ever. Oh, look at this. Now, everything I've been pressing, I wish I could share the screen right now, is coming up. This is like the worst play-by-play ever of computer problems. Oh, no, that's not it. Wow. And the pinwheel of death. Okay, I think this has finally convinced me I need to get rid of this computer. It is hell on fire, this computer, okay? Look at this. Oh, now somehow the stream is opening up on Safari. All right. Crazy. You know what? I got it. I'm leaving. Goodbye to you all. I've had enough.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.